Hello everyone, Radio here with another episode of Banished. We're here in Folsonville, and last time we were talking about putting down a market, and I've made a tough decision, and I haven't done anything yet. Let's get the game going. We're still building our pasture because our builders are so damn lazy, but I've made the tough call, and we're going to actually move the schoolhouse. Now, I'm going to pause the game real quick while I talk, because sometimes I just can't do two things at once. Now, in other games, namely SimCity, which I play a lot, as you know, when you go to tear down one structure, it's a good idea to have the new one up first. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's run the game again. I'm going to go ahead and build another school first, then demolish this one. So now what I have to think about is where would I like to put a school? Because clearly that one isn't going to be where I want it to be. I was thinking back over here. I don't know, because it's kind of, the schoolhouse to me is a very town-centric building, and it makes me very happy. But because of this big thing in the way, I think we're going to go just over the ridge with the school. If we rotate it this way, we could tuck it in here if I deleted just one house, and I don't want to do any more deleting than is necessary. I could put it back, but we're going to have cattle here soon, which this might have been a poor choice. That might get moved. That's okay. So I'm thinking if we rotate it and go this way, we can kind of tuck this in here, have our road coming down. So let's build the schoolhouse right here, kind of just over the hill. Let's up our builders to 4, so hopefully that'll happen as quickly as possible, because Lord knows they are doing nothing over here. They are just dragging butt over here. So hopefully they will get on this, and this unfortunately requires even more material. Speaking of which, how are we doing over here? It looks like they have cleaned out everything that I've told them to, or almost. They're just about done. Which means it's time to give them more to do. That's exactly right. Iron. Let's grab some of this. Let's grab some of this. I try to work in... There we go. So now this entire area now will be cleansed of iron, and I'm also now going to start getting into collecting some stone. We're gonna need all of this stuff soon. So let's go ahead. We've got 3 laborers to do it. That's not too bad a number. We have a growing number of populations, just bodies in general, so I'm very happy about that. So why not? Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, look at that. It kind of actually tucked right into the hill, so this might not be a terrible location after all. I'm trying to accentuate the positives, so let's look at some other things. Let's go way back down here. How's our mine doing? We've got a stack of it down here. How are we producing? Last season we did 8 pieces of iron and only 2 logs, which we shouldn't be. We're not worried about logs, but iron is it's a very low production of iron. I think fairly soon we're going to have to try to see if we can't up the amount, because you can see we can have up to 15, and I bet you if we had even half of that, we'd probably be doing pretty well. So hopefully soon, as we oh, this is done. Good, it's about time. I can lower this to 2 and get in here, and we are of course going to do sheep. Bam. And now we need herdsmen. We need 2, because we only have 1. So there we go. And of course, our lovely sheep. And we've lost another fisherman. Boy, the life expectancy of a fisherman apparently is low. Damar the fisherman has died of old age. We wish him well in his journeys, because now he is a cemetery plot. And there he is. There's this. If you remember, this is Princer and this is Damar, both fishermen. So be wary when you're watching those fishing shows like Last Catch and whatnot, and you think, man, that looks cool, you make a lot of money, and you only have to work for a couple of months. The life of a fisherman is very short. The reserves of logs and firewood is low. Of course it is. That's always my concern. I'm always worried about... Well, you know why? It's because I just built a bunch of stuff. This wasn't terribly log intensive. This one is 50 is no joke, and I'm doing that because I'm tearing this down. So I have no one to blame but myself. How are we doing with the trees over here? They're coming back fairly strong. 41 last season, 54 this season. So they're coming back. We expect this to be, of course, close to 90 is what we're after. So, and they're coming through and they're tearing. We could probably tear on these trees too if I really wanted to. You know what? I think I'm going to get some. I am going to get some lumber out of here, just because I don't want to worry. And maybe we'll put another forest over here. Maybe we won't, but We need these trees because we need to heat homes, because we're already in winter and we're running low. Never a good thing. So how are we doing down here? This is kind of our, well, they're moving along on the schoolhouse. Apparently everyone knows that the schoolhouse is a very important building. They also might know that if they do this, then they're going to get a market, and that maybe makes them happy. I don't know. Let's look at putting a road in here. If we go right off the schoolhouse, can I, oh, we can't get a road. It has to go all the way around. Boy, that's not good. I can't diagonal it. Let's see what the merchant has. Quick distraction maybe will help us. He's got more sheep. Boy, all of a sudden they're coming in droves. And we don't have nearly enough. What do we have in iron tools? 18. Yeah. Son of a gun. We would need more than that. And we don't have a lot of leather either, do we? 46. If I spared... So 300, 400, I would need... I think I can make that happen. If we brought this up... If my math is correct, and it may not be, if we bring that to 40, let's let the game play, we might be able to secure ourselves sheep. And that would make me feel a little bit better, because just in case, we got very lucky with the cattle. Just in case this little guy here doesn't reproduce, I would like to up our odds by having a second. Maybe they'll mate, maybe that one will be pregnant. Whatever the case is, the more sheep, the better off we're going to be, because then we can start shearing them, and that's kind of a big deal. Okay, good. Good. Quick pause. You know what? Let's up our teachers to 2. Get this rolling. Now let's get in here and actually delete this building. Remove structures. Bam. So now they're going to go in there. And this, what the hell's going on? Why is there no school? There will be school soon enough, I assure you. Come on, get that leather in there, guys. It's a short jaunt. Make it snappy. There we go. Coming over with the wheelbarrow. Bam. Alright, let's go to trade. Let's see if my math is correct. If it isn't, it's because, hey, I'm a tattooer. 600, 600, trade. Bam. Okay, now, quickly, pause the game. Come back in. We're going to take our leather to 0, and we're going to take our iron tools to 0, because we have put too much of a drain on our resources for right now. Let the game play. So now they're not going to have to worry about anything as far as filling this. They can concentrate solely on their limits, which the tailor's doing fine. The blacksmith has a lot to make. We don't have a lot of leather in here. See, we're running a lot lower than I want to be, that's for sure. We have some food, which is good. And look at this. We have another sheep joining, what is that, a herd, I believe? I'm very happy about that. Walked right through the gate. Magical sheep in our town. So they're tearing this thing down, 8-10%. You know, I've really never watched a building get demolished again. We're going to go ahead and watch this for a minute. I'll probably speed through it so we don't have to sit and slow them. Oh, maybe we won't. Look at them go. Boy, you can't get these guys to build a fence. When it comes to tearing something down, you can't keep them away. Look at them go. They're rip-roaring through that. Oh, and you get resources back. Well, that's excellent. It's probably not the same amount of resources you put into the building, but just the fact that you get some resources. They're recycling. Well, good for them. That's excellent news. You know what that means? That means market. Heck yeah. Alright, now, lest I F this up completely, I would like to think, where do I want to put my market? I'm looking mainly for how it's going to line up to my roads. I can't go there because you see the red that's too close to that hill. I have to go at least flush with that well, which I'm not tearing down. I could go here and attach that. That might be a little wonky. Let's go there. Why not? That's a pretty good spot. We can run a street right down here. We can add another one here, so that looks kind of nice. And eventually when this goes, we can add a house or maybe a nice building. So we need 58, 62, 40. So building a market is a bit of a decent haul, but we have a good amount of supply right here. Well, not good, but enough that hopefully that should help offset the cost. So back to, unfortunately, the fact that we can't even get a simple dirt road over this hill. I don't know. You can tunnel through things, but can I tunnel through here? Yeah, you can't even tunnel. So, unfortunately, I can't tunnel, nor can I... Boy, I can't seem to tunnel anywhere through here. Maybe I don't know how to tunnel. Maybe I'm just a fool. But we can't tunnel and we can't dirt road. Well, that seems kind of bunk. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not thrilled about that. Well, let's build this road as close up as we can get it. Just because, why not? And that continues north to here. So, I'm just trying to line this up. Am I lining up? Because if I go here, I can add this. I don't know, who is this walking around with nothing to do? It's a jobless teacher. I unemployed a teacher and I forgot to, there you go. Go find something else to do. Become a laborer or something else. My apologies. I wasn't trying to hire a replacement. It's just, oh look, another cow. This is great. I couldn't be happier. This is silly, but this is really making me happy. How are we doing on trees? Did we get any apples last year? 324. And they're growing this year. So now we are in the apple making business. We don't seem to be tearing up trees at a very quick pace. Still at a 5-speed on the game, which should be plenty, but okay. We could have 6 builders building this. Yeah, see, we're nearing capacity. I guess that's sort of good. Let's take this to 4. Because I do really want to try to get this going. Because it'll help this problem. It'll get rid of the market holds quite a bit of inventory. So we won't have to worry about the stockpile or the barn, really. I will probably keep the barn. I like the barn. It looks cool here. But it'll certainly help with our resource management. So that's good. And we only still have 2 sheep, unfortunately. Hopefully they'll become fast friends. Now, this will show us, however, if you look... or maybe it won't. I thought it would, that we're producing wool. Maybe it's not going to. I've seen that in the past. Maybe you have to wait longer before it starts producing wool. But I promise you it does. I've seen it before. Well, unfortunately, our laborers are so intent on collecting all of this, they're not bringing the materials to our market. So I'm going to cancel all of this. So they can just grab what has been collected here, and hopefully they will help the builders, or however this works. They're just really, yeah. See, okay, good. They're finally getting rid of some of this stuff, which is good. I want to get the market going. This is my priority, and they're just not going as quick as I would like. So I canceled that for now, and that won't, that won't last forever. And good, we've got more laborers, we've got more people. This is great, because you know what? We're gonna go and you've probably noticed this by now, that you simply don't have to click on the buildings to deal with. I can go right here. I want to add another miner instead of going all the way to the mine. Hey, look at that. We've got another miner. Sometimes I just like to do things the hard way. My mother always said that about me, and you know what? I think she was right. So now, hey, here we go. Look at that. They've already got the logs. They're already building. That's all it took. You guys are schmucks, I swear. Back over here. Let's go ahead and we're going to just remove all the resources, and we're just going to do it small chunks at a time. I find that to be quite efficient. This is our herbalist. They've reached their limit. I'm okay with that for right now. But I find that to be a very efficient way to remove things, is just small chunks at a time. Don't overwhelm them. Don't give them too many options, I think is the key. I am starting to wonder if we should put down another food-producing building of some sort. I don't know exactly what. I'm just not sure yet, but we may have to look into that, and that's okay. Look at that, our market is coming together. I'm very excited about this. They're finally making their way through here. It takes a while to build. It's a pretty big building, and it does a lot of things, but got another child born. Chastity? Okay, fine. Let's go with that. It looks like we didn't have any problem. We still have 9 students, if you notice. It looks like we didn't have any problem with the transition of demolishing this school and building a new one. So I would say that's a good idea. If you're looking to do that, I would say build a new building, then delete the old one, because you know what? Hey, it worked for us here, right? So I guess it can't be horribly wrong. So that's the good news. I was hoping this was a sheep. It wasn't. This is wool. Told you. They actually made some wool finally, so that's good news. We need to assign... What do you call it? A marketeer? No, it's a vendor, I'm assuming. A trader. Vendor. Yes, it is a vendor. Boy, we could have 12 vendors. So now what's going to happen is I believe they're going to go over here and they're going to start grabbing all the stuff from here and bringing it on in here. So that's pretty neat. And I am going to go ahead and add this road because I want to have the look. That's just what I want to do. That's why. Here, and make sure that's connecting, and it is. And we'll build that out, and hopefully that'll help kind of box this in. And we're going to put a couple of houses. We probably at some point are going to have to move this too. It was just bad planning on my behalf, but you know what? That's kind of part of a Let's Play series is you don't quite know what you're going to do always, and you don't quite know what you're going to get when you're watching it. So I'm enjoying it. I hope you are too, because if not, then I'm doing something wrong, and you should let me know in the comment section. That's a brief hint. See how well they're doing, coming through, clearing all this out. Let's grab another section. We're just going to hit remove resources, and we're going to go through, and now we're going to pummel through this section. I still don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I know that we need some of this stuff, especially the trees. So we'll do that. Let's see, we've got this one. We might put another, let's put another forester. Well, okay, here's the problem. They have a pretty big area that they cover, and if I don't want to overlap too much, I have to put it about here. The problem is if I do that, we're going to have a lot of water and mountainous area, which is going to do us zero good. So instead, let's start building this way. Let's build north, and let's grab a forester lodge, and we're going to put a forester lodge right there. Should I have tilted it so the road went this way? Meh, whatever. It's a screaming big deal. Now, I think after they're done, what I'm going to have them do instead is start heading north and pulling all the trees are falling down left and right. Laryl the Hunter has died of old age. Well, thankfully we had some spare people, so that's the good news. But and we replaced the Hunter, so that's good too. They do that automatically. I like that. And, you know, should I add another miner? We're going to check on the mine shortly. But hopefully they'll start coming out to build this soon. Let's go look at the mine. Let's see if we're doing with the mine. The wooden house, ironically, is cold, even though they're surrounded. Yeah. What do we got? 14 last season. That's not bad. That probably, well, it's not good, but that increase is probably because we added the miner. Okay, well, we'll see. Hopefully we can add more and more of those. And then maybe, if we're lucky, we can either tunnel through and mine. Yeah, well, look at this. This kind of little hidden area. We could get some mines going back in here for iron and coal, and that could be neat. We're also going to maybe look at a rock quarry, which maybe we could tuck back here or something. I want to wait until we get more populace in the area. I don't want to have everybody live here and work crazy far out as we have right now. So I'm going to continue to try to. I think from here out, I'm going to try to add more houses. I'm only going to have maybe one or two here because I want to keep this area, but I think we're going to actually start to spread into this area a little bit, maybe. Something like that. We need to have, or definitely here. Maybe we'll start there. We need to have more than one area of central housing. So our market is built, and look at that. They've started moving things. Our barn is less full, and are they moving the stockpile at all? I don't know if they will completely. We have firewood, we have whatever. It's working great. I'm happy. I think it looks kind of neat. I'm going to surround this with a road. Yes, I am. So let's do that. Let's do here, and wait, here. And let's zoom in. And here. Right across to here. Well, you can really get right on top of that thing, can't you? There. So now, oh, I bet you I can put another one. Sure can. Let's make that a 2-lane. It's not important. It's purely aesthetic. But that's okay. That's part of the game. Still no baby sheep. You guys need to get going. I didn't build this for nothing, you know. But we have, boy, our cattle's doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. We have 5 of 8. I'll tell you, maybe another year or two, this will be full. And as they, I think, die off, or actually as they make extras, we're going to help them die off and turn them into a nice, tasty lunch. Perhaps for the people working in the orchard who are harvesting apples. Which reminds me, I want to build a tavern that's in here. Is it? It is not. It's in here. There it is. I'm not placing this now, but I want to see how big it is before I do, because I have not been doing well with that. Can I place it? I can't. I was thinking maybe here might be neat. Waterfront, the waterfront. Maybe that'd be good here. Get it right next to the cemetery so we can get drunk and go, oh boy. Well, this is why we're looking. I was hoping to get it maybe right along the water's edge. That might look nice. Maybe I'll replace this with a tavern so people can go a-drinking. So, oh, that's stored food. Yeah. That's something I was afraid of. Well, we're going to have to remedy that. How many hunters do we have? 7 of 9. I'm going to make it 8 of 9. I'm going to up our gatherers to 5. Our farmers were still good because we have 4 farmers. I think we're good. I mean, I know that we are pulling crop in here before winter hits, which is good. I think that we're pulling crop in from here before it hits, so we should be okay. You know what? Let's make it 5. It can only help, right? Yeah, okay. Well, I think for now, that's going to about do it this episode. Let's see, before we go. Yeah, they've cleared this area. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to set them to task to start clearing out the resources, the stone and iron resources in this area. So let's first check iron. There's a big chunk of it. So we'll set them to start clearing iron, and once they do that, we're going to have them clearing stone, and that'll make room for more trees, and then we're going to have to look at putting in perhaps another gatherer's hut, making sure we have plenty of hunters, which we do because we just put that down. But one step at a time, we're getting there slowly but surely. Thanks for sticking with me. Oh, you know what? Just as I say that, a trader arrives, and you know, I cannot... He's got more sheep. We have absolutely nothing to trade. That breaks my heart. Well, we're going to go ahead and dismiss him and let him go. So as I was saying, please do me a favor, leave a comment in the section below. Let me know what you think about what we've got going on here. And please also like and subscribe. I'm reading that the trader has died of old age. So please, yes, like and subscribe. We're going to see you next time for another episode of Banished.